Hi, this is Krista at the Secret Yarnery. Today we are making perfect circles. To make a perfect circle, you will need yarn and a crochet hook. If you are starting with full balls of yarn, these are Kenyan acrylic, so they don't have the length on them, but they're 100-gram balls, and they call it chunky. I think it's a size 4 for thickness. This makes about 6 of these 5 round circles with a little bit left over. So to get started, we're going to be making a magic ring. How you can do it any which way that you know how, but how I do it is I put the working tail over my hand, so the tail's hanging down, and I hold it on my ring finger with my thumb. And I separate these 2 fingers and wrap my yarn around the 2 fingers, making an X, and then flip it around wrap it around all of my fingers and hold it underneath my thumb to hold it in a circle. Flip your hand upside down or the other way, and you will have a short strand and a long strand. Take your crochet hook side down, so the pointy bit facing down, and go underneath the short loop. Grab the long loop and bring it under. Point the hook towards yourself. Point the hook away from yourself. Release your thumb a little bit so that yarn is loose, and grab that long strand and bring it through the loop on your hook. Release everything and get your tail laying down alongside your ring. If you want to practice that, go ahead. I also have another video of making a magic ring, which I will put in the description box below. So now to get started, we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. And that does not count as a stitch. That's just like a placeholder and a little spot to fill in the gap of joining. So wrap your yarn, and we're going to go into the ring. So I kind of shrink down my ring a little bit. So I'm holding my ring and my tail side by side, and I put another finger in there to hold it open. Wrap your yarn and go into the ring, and going over the tail as well. The tail's laying alongside there. Grab your yarn and bring it back. Wrap your yarn and take off 2. Wrap your yarn and take off 2. So that is a double crochet, and we will be doing that 12 times into the ring and over the tail. So 1, 2, remember the chain doesn't count as anything. 3, 4. So keep going until you have 12 double crochets into the ring and over the tail. And then count to make sure you have your 12 stitches, and when you do, grab your tail and pull it to close that ring. This is the magic part of the magic ring, or the magic loop. So Kenyan acrylic is really quite strong, so I can really pull it. If you're doing it with silk or something like that, then you don't pull as hard as I did. You do not want to snap your yarn, but you want that center really, really closed. So take your tail and bring it to the front. So it's on top of your hook like that. And now put your hook into the top of the first real double crochet, which is also looks like the 3rd chain up. Both strands of the V on the hook, and slip stitch to join. So now our tail is up on this level. We can work over it. So we're going to start the next round with a chain 2. So all of our rows are going to start with a chain 2, and I'm just going to lay that tail along my stitches so I can work over it. Now into this first space, well, it's not really a space, it's a stitch. So into this first stitch, I am going to make 2 double crochets because of course my chain does not count as anything. And we're making an increase in every single stitch going around. So 2 double crochets into that first space right where the chain came from. So it'll look like that. And now 2 double crochets into each stitch going around this entire row, and I'm going to go over my tail. So 2 into the next stitch, and make sure your tail is nicely hidden at the back. And just keep going. I'll meet you about halfway around. 2 double crochets into each stitch. When we're about halfway around, I'm going to drop my tail. I want to work it back the opposite direction, and I want to drop it while I can still thread a needle and not fight with it. I'm just going to keep going until we get to the join. When we get to the join, or close to the join, at the top here, it looks like we have 2 stitches left, but we only have 1. We have this stitch here. This stitch, right where the chain is, that is part of our join, and we made our stitch after the chain. So this little stitch before our chain 2, we're ignoring that. That is not really a stitch. It looks like a stitch, it is not a stitch. So 2 double crochet into the last real stitch, and it'll look a bit like that, like you have a gap. But don't worry about it, you're supposed to. Now count 3 up, 1, 2, 3. We're counting those V's, or the top of the first real double crochet because we're ignoring the chain. 2 loops on the hook, or both strands of the V on your hook, and slip stitch to join. And now if you look at your circle, you can see it's joined up and there wasn't really a gap there. But that can kind of mess you up when you're just learning. So now again, chain 2, 1 and 2. So now right after the chain in that same stitch, we're making 1 double crochet. And in the next stitch, we're making 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. So for this round, we're going to be alternating, doing 1 double crochet by itself, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So the gist of it is there's 12 increases per row of a circle, and we did 12 here, so we did 24 here, and now we're going to do 36 for the next, which means increase, not an increase, increase, not an increase, all the way around. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 2 into the next. So you're going to alternate doing 1 double crochet and then an increase of 2 double crochets into the next stitch all the way around. And I'll meet you at the join. When you're getting back towards the join, I just did an increase, so 2 double crochets into 1 stitch. So just 1 double crochet into the next. And then my last stitch here, because remember we're skipping what's underneath that chain, my last stitch is going to be an increase. So that's one way of keeping track if your stitch count is correct, because we start without an increase, so we should always end with our increase. And if our increase is not here, then go back and look to where you didn't keep the pattern or where you kind of made a little bit of a mistake. So that's a quick test. In the beginning, it's a little off, because obviously in the round before we always ended in an increase. And as the circle gets bigger, it's a really good way of knowing if you made a mistake or not, because the likelihood of it being right, well, just trust me, that one works out. So joining the same way, we're going to slip stitch to the top of the first real double crochet, or the 3rd chain up, what looks like the 3rd chain up, slip stitch, chain 2, and now for this next round, we're going to start same place right at the bottom of that chain with 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch our increase of 2 double crochets. So for this round, we're going to do 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 2 double crochets. And we're going to work like that all the way around, doing 1 double crochet in a stitch, 1 double crochet in a stitch, and then an increase. So now that it's getting a bit bigger, I do a little trick in my head of just making up a song or just talking to myself really. So I'll say 1, 2, increase, or I say ink. 1, 2, ink. So this is my ink. Then 1, 2, ink. So whenever I say ink, that means put 1 extra stitch there, so there's an increase of 2 double crochets in the same spot. So I work like that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the join. So now, back to where we're joining, ignoring underneath the chain, but the last real stitch is going to be our increase. Or we increased here, and then double, double, So our last stitch is going to be an increase. So 2 double crochets into the last stitch, and that's also our check that we did our round correctly. So slip stitch to the top of the first real double crochet or the third V up, put your hook in and slip stitch to join. Chain 2 and start your next round, which we start the same way. We're doing the same thing. So right where that chain is, our first double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So that's 3 double crochets all by themselves, and then increase. So that's 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So for this round, we are saying to ourselves 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. So work your way around this round doing the same thing, and hopefully we'll end with an increase in our very last stitch. We ended on an increase, so into the top of the first real double crochet or the third V going up, slip stitch to join. So both strands of the V on your hook, bring your yarn through, slip stitch and chain 1 to secure. Get your scissors and cut your yarn, leaving enough to work in, and pull your hook up and your yarn through. Snug that down to secure. And to work in your tail, put your hook in the back loop, working backwards, so the way you came, just through the back loop, and just weave that end in about 5 or 6 stitches. Stretch it out. We don't want it to be too tight. And now bring it back the other way. So I'm going to skip this stitch and put your hook in from behind, grab that tail and drag it back and stretch it out again. So now when we're working around, we'll work over that tail going forwards and back, and then we can just cut it off with our scissors and not weave it in. This one, we're going to take a needle and just poke it back along this side, leaving out a strand so it's stuck, weave it back, and then cut this one off as well. So there is your perfect circle. To keep going, the gist of it is you can make your circle as large as you want. You do 12 increases per round for however big it's getting. And if it starts to get too big, like if you lay it flat, you'll start to get this piece coming up, like there's too many stitches. So just go around for 1 or 2 rows without doing any increases, just 1 double crochet into each stitch until it lays flat again. And each row that you're going out, or each round, you are going to space out how many stitches you do by themselves. So our last round we were doing 3. The next round we will do 4, then 5, then 6, before you do an increase, or in between your increases. So I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed this video.